Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start working on this gun safe. Well, we're repurposing the safe that was once just a safe, and we're turning it into a gun safe. Oh, let's put the old key in there. There you have it. All right, we got ourselves a blank canvas here, which we need to clean out. So, as I was just unlocking this, thank God it's unlocked, because I just broke the key inside the damn safe, which would have been a big deal, but we're replacing the locking mechanism tomorrow when it arrives, so we got lucky, thank God. So now we're gonna start by cleaning this whole thing out, taking everything off, stripping it, taking off the decals and all this stuff, taping it off. I got a little Bondo. I might fix this and we might just fucking run with it. So we're gonna strip it down, give it a little scuff, sand, and we're gonna apply some Herculiner. We're going bed liner on this bitch. So it should look pretty sick after we're done. So let's get to work. All right, we're gonna take off the damn decals here. So let me close this up. Let's start with this one. When in Rome. Well, we just popped her off. Well, those need to come out. Might be a no-namer. Tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tap, tap, tap it in. All right, boom. Dunzo. All right. Let's take the rest of this shit off now. Man, I can't tell you how lucky we got that came undone, or that key broke. What are the odds of that? That was pretty slick. I think we're gonna keep this on here. So I guess it's pretty much ready to, are you filming this? So I guess we're just gonna get after it, get a little quick sand on it. Once I get the sand on it, we're gonna go right to work. All right, day 2. We're applying a second coat to the safe. And full disclosure, we were supposed to take a lot more time on this, but we went and fucked off the whole month. So we're doing it in 2 days. Because that's how we do things around here. So, instead of Project 30, this is Project Tui. Project Hawk Tui. You like that? Alright, let's go. Let's get it. Would you look at that? One thing I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready was that some of you may be wondering, why is he always wearing this high society fitness gear? Well, you guys may recognize me from another channel, or not, because we're not very popular. But, you know, we're trying to make the world and our dreams come true. Believe it or not, we got a gym next door. Although you can't tell from our physiques, it's kind of misleading. But, you know, we do believe in fitness. We do believe in self-betterment. And challenging ourselves to new obstacles. Like doing a project every month. And we almost didn't do this project because we were about to make the excuse of why we couldn't. But here we are, doing it. Last few days, because we're going to post this video on the 1st. Best believe that. Believe that. And this is all about mission accomplishment. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir. So, even though the timeline is very tight, we're gonna get this shit done for you guys and for our guns. We need more sauce. Saucy. Being very liberal with the application. Not with our politics, but with our application. We don't do no politicking around here. That shit looks tough. We'll have to come back around later and clean up the edges so this thing closes up nicely. You feel me? Bust down Cuban with the matching Richard Millie. What you know about that? What you know about that? What? What kind of critique you got for me, boss? What? What do you got? You look like you got something to say. This job isn't up to snuff for you, or? That's what it looks like you're trying to tell me. Yo, can I borrow your knee pads? Alright, this is obviously the most important part, so I want to make sure that I get this nice. Very nice. I like you. How much? Oh yeah, bro, this thing's caking on there, baby. Just need to clean it up a little bit. That looks sick. Do you agree? All right, we're gonna roll on to the next step. We got the whole outside Rhino-lined. Now we're gonna go ahead and spray the trim pieces here of the door, the inside, not the whole thing because we don't need to do all that. We're gonna do the top, the trim. We're gonna do it matte black so it looks all sexy once it's all said and done. So we're gonna go do a spray and then see how she turns out. So we went to Michael's, we went picked up this leather material. It's got a nice grayish, darkish tone to it. I think it's gonna look pretty sexy inside the safe. So we're gonna see how it runs.
Wait.
Nice. So we're gonna wrap the panel, and it's gonna look sexy like that. We're gonna glue it on with some spray adhesive, stretch it out, make sure it's all good. Wrap the back, and then spray some adhesive on the back of the safe. And we're going to install our first panel. We're going to use some high-tack contact adhesive to bond the material to the backing here. So we got to spray this down first. I want to make sure that the edge is covered, dude. So we're going to have to like stretch this as we go.
Quick.
Need a blade.
Look at that. It's not perfect, but it's going to be in the back of a safe. It's going to be, all the imperfections are going to be covered up.
Repair imperfections in the back.
Why'd you go so much?
Well, it's not the easiest. All right, we ready to take a peek? I love it. This was a great material. Look at that. Would you look at that?
Wow, amazing.
Not bad. All right, we got our first panel done. Now we're gonna set this in before we do the rest so we can get our measurements. And we're gonna start by putting our adhesive. We're just gonna glue it on and see how that holds, but I think it should work pretty good. So I'm gonna spray the back, I'm gonna spray this panel, and then we're gonna set her in. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna hit it pretty good. Let's wait 3 to 5 minutes. We'll stick her on and see what happens. Time for the moment of truth. Like a glove. Boom. First one in. Take a look. Let me put a light in there. What do we think? It looks pretty slick. Scissors. Panel 3 done. Now we're gonna put the side walls up. All right, side panel 1 going in. Side number 2. All right, time to put the bottom piece in. We're getting closer. put some fabric on, and we're ready to assemble the rest of this bad boy. All right. This piece is gonna accent this piece, so it's gonna match the interior, so it's gonna look nice when you open it up. So let's go ahead. Fuck, we're not gonna make it to. It's 9:36, so
No.
we gotta go. We gotta go now.
No, we said we're gonna do it tomorrow.
Questions on?
Yay dig, 3 yards. All right.
Here. All right, so right now we are getting ready to install the shelving. First, we gotta bracket down the partition here. All right, let's take this out. Dang. So we're gonna get our spacings just by putting in the shelf on the bottom. I'm gonna start with the bottom and work my way up. And then we're gonna put some brackets on, put a little cushion on the glass and make it look sexy. So let's see how it goes. That's beautiful. Perfecto. Little glass cushion here so we don't bust this shit open. Check it out. And bam. All right, we're gonna install the locking mechanism now. Let's go. So we're gonna take off this panel we installed that looks tits. All right, we got our new locking mechanism. Bam. All right, so let's feed this Jimmy through here. Beautiful. Alright, let's give ourselves a little bit of slack. Place that in the holster. Alright, let's go, let's go. See if this bitch actually works. Looks pretty clean.
All right, try the master code.
There we have it. Well, guess we got ourselves a safe now. Now we gotta put it back together, obviously. Alright, now that we finally got the lock situation unfucked, now we can put the panel back on. So this is all ready to go. We're gonna button this up real quick. See if I can get this. Bonita. Love it. Looks good. Is good. So we're gonna run 4 of these bad boys. Pistol, dual mag, right down the center. So let me put on my drill bit so I can sink these holes in real quick. This thing goes right through it. All right, once we hit it, it's done. Let's go center first. All right, boom. Let's mount one. It's time to put the finishing piece. We're gonna put the decal back on and call it a day. Ooh, that's gonna pop. That's gonna look clean. All right, we waited a few minutes, waited for this to get tacky a little bit. Now we're gonna give it the final application. So hopefully I get it on straight.
It's
It's gonna be very hard. All right, now that we got everything done on the inside, I installed the pistol pouches. I got a few more things that I'm gonna add to it, but we'll do that as soon as I get it back in its spot. So let's close it up and put it where it belongs. All right, so we got the safe in place where it's finding final resting position. So we're gonna go ahead and add a few of the accessories that I got on Amazon to deck this thing out. First, I'm gonna put the lights in, which I had from before, so I'm just going to repurpose them. I think I got them at Home Depot or Lowe's, but these are just cabinet lights for underneath your cabinet. They're motion sensor, which I like, so I can, when I open up the safe, it lights up. They're rechargeable. So obviously that's the one downfall, is that you might have to recharge them every so often, but I'm just going to put them on full blast for now, and I'm just going to set it in. And they're magnetic too, which is beautiful. So they stick right to the top of the safe. So I got one for each side, and it looks pretty clean. I also got some magnets. These I got off of Amazon for 25 bucks for a pack of 2. On the listing, they're for your mags, but I think I'm going to use them for some knives. And I think I'm going to make it real sexy right here on the side of the door. So, and these are pretty powerful magnets, so there's no need for me to bolt them down. So I'm just going to stick them on, make sure I get them where I want them. And I can move them wherever I want, which is beautiful. And they are strong. Look, that ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to put this one on. Boom. All right, I think that looks pretty clean. All right, on to the next thing. So I also bought some mag holders from Amazon. These are for PMAGs, and you can either mount them like this so they hang vertically, or you can mount it like this so they go horizontal. I'm actually going to go the horizontal route because it works better for my setup. So that way when I close the door, it'll close, because down at the bottom I'm going to put an ammo can that's pretty large, so I want to be able to put it off to the side where it closes. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down in the bottom corner like there, and these got pretty decent magnets on them too. So right here my mags are going to hang this way, and what I did, I actually drilled 2 holes on each end of them so I can attach a bungee, so when I open and close the safe that they don't come flying out. So it's a little bit of a safety mechanism. And then when we first started this build, the biggest thing I was trying to figure out how we were going to wrap the rifles, but coincidentally enough, the mag holders were a pack of 2, so it actually is dual purpose, and I'm going to use it for the rifle organization. And these are magnetic that I'm just going to stick to the side. I'm not going to bolt it down because I like the ability to maybe move the interior around in case we get some more rifles or anything like that. So I'm just going to stick this off to the side like so, and you can see that it looks pretty clean already, and everything that you need fits right in there, whether it's a shotgun, a rifle, or anything like that. So it kind of works out perfectly. That's pretty much all the accessories I'm going to put. So I guess it's just time to load this thing up. Alright, so total build costs for this project. The safe, we actually got donated to the cause by a homie, so thank you for that. So that didn't come out of pocket for us. So we basically paid for materials. The Herculiner, 100 bucks. The fabric to upholster the inside, 40. The locking mechanism, 140. Glass shelves I actually found outside of the building, so that was a come up. And it was, I can't believe it because it worked out perfectly. Glue, we've got about $40 in glue, $40 in the wood for the backing for the material, $7 in spray paint, we used 1 can, and $50 for the mag pouch, or for the pistol pouches, $25 for the magnets, and 30 bucks for the mag holders. For giving us a grand total, I rounded up because there's miscellaneous stuff like screws and everything like that. We're at about 350 bucks, so I'd say we came out pretty good on this for a build that is a showpiece. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. So again, it's all about setting your mind to accomplish the mission, no matter what. The name of this channel is Project 30, and you know, sometimes things don't go according to plan, life gets busy, and we had to knock this out in 2 days, but we got it done. So at the end of the day, whatever you set your mind to, get after it. Now that wraps up our latest build of converting this old safe into a gun safe. I think it turned out pretty good. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, and stay tuned. We're going to be renovating the shop bathroom next, so that's going to be our next project, and let me tell you, it looks like a nightmare in there, so it'll be a pretty good one to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and like and subscribe.